Well, thank you, Jessica. Eric, you've been most helpful. I'm afraid I must now return to my TARDIS. It's getting this damn key working again. Now, if I fiddle about with it, it should do me quite a universe of good, I should think. Now, let's see. Now, let's going to go into that. This is going to go into that hole here. There you are. See? Yes, I know it's got a handle, but well, handles besides the point, I think. Now, let's see what happens once I start doing my business with this TARDIS. Haven't really piloted it before, so it's going to take a lot of work. It is a highly new TARDIS, being a being a well, being that it's a type what is it now? Not type oh bother now, what is it? Type, oh yes, that's it, type 200 now. Yes, that's it. Now let's see if I can actually get the old boy working. I think I can anyway, although I am not too sure that I can. So let me see if I can get him actually working. Remember how I do it. Remembering how I do it would be absolutely useful right now. And of course I have to stay at the controls. So now if I do... Now if I just turn some of these lights off, a bit of well, inconveniently, something not known as atmosphere. Now I've got to remember what powers it up. Now I'm going to take my umbrella away and hope that everybody is all right with it for a little while. If I have an umbrella stand in this TARDIS, I'd be all right with that as well, you see, because of course I can put it away, but I can put it away somewhere else and it will be absolutely fine. In fact, saying that, I think actually it might be a good idea if I perhaps maybe take my scarf off here. No, it's sort of long. There is another Time Lord that I borrowed this scarf off. I have another variation of it, which is a bit more smoother, but now, at the moment, I believe she is in a female incarnation, and she is called the Doctor. Now, she thought in something that my people in Daleks, another race called the Daleks, thought in, called the First Great Time War. Now, it was not a pretty sight, I assure you. My people are called the Time Lords, or ladies. So the Doctor, or this particular Time Lord known as the Doctor, she, when she was in male incarnations, well, you see, she thought in the Time War herself, in particular incarnation she wishes to sometimes forget, or try to forget that she thought in the Time War. And, well, unfortunately, she did anyway. And now, of course, the Time Lords also brought back our first ever leader, and the person who helped make us Time Lords and led us in the early days of our civilization. He was called Rassilon, and, well, the Time Lords resurrected him to lead them during the Time War, the First Great Time War. Although the Doctor always mistakenly, of course, refers to it as the last Great Time War. No, it was the First Great Time War. Anyway, so, Rassilon and Omega came up with a plan. Now, thankfully, for me, from my personal point of view, for a bit of revenge, Omega did get killed in the first year of the First Great Time War. However, I got eventually to have my revenge on Rassilon, but I actually got to play it out myself. But what Rassilon and Omega did was, you see, they, well, kind of something rather shocking and nasty, I must admit, and very not nice at all, and very, very unnatural is what they did. What they did to me was they took some DNA of the incarnation of the Doctor that fought in the Time War, and a futuristic companion who was a sort of technically she was a psychopath. She was my mother, and the Doctor is my father, although he, as I said, is now a she, because of how regeneration works sometimes. So, I will not tell you who I am yet, but I was a warrior who fought in the Time War, and the Doctor does not, still at the moment, she does not know about me, which is the bother. I think I must take my coat off, actually. Although, now, do you like my little lapels here? The Doctor used to wear lapels on some of her coats when she was a man. Now, this is a wizard, and then this one is a sort of like African mask of some sort. So I don't know if any of you will recognize any of it or anything. No, I'm just going to take my coat off because it's exceedingly warm in this TARDIS. That's the problem with TARDIS, is you see, they are rather warm things. And as old as I am, I hate them too warm. And you can see that the Doctor was definitely my father, because I'm wearing his old jumper, which has a lot of question marks on it. Sometimes he would wear shirts with question marks on the collars, but you can see he had a clear influence on me, as I'm wearing a bow tie as well. Oh, this is my TARDIS key, but it was also one of the Doctor's old ones, which I showed you when I was unlocking my TARDIS door. Now, it looks like an old sort of flat or something. Well, so it should do. Now, I've got pockets around here. That's it. Now, I've got a pocket watch here, and I need to know what the time is at the moment. Now, let's have a look. Ah, yes, as I thought. Yes, as I thought. 7:10, and if you listen very carefully. My TARDIS is being fussy. Fussy. That's my TARDIS being fussy. But yes, my watch is actually ticking. Now, it's 7:10, and I need to start the dematerialization process. Now, let's switch the console around to the right spot on the console. Here we go. Now, I'll show it to you where I'm going to press so that you can see. Now, this is a movable console, so it's very special. My TARDIS is a Type 200 TARDIS. Now, that'll be the button I will be pressing again a little bit later on, once it's ready. Now, the next button is that one here, so I'm going to press that, and it will start the process of the dematerialization process of the TARDIS, and you who can see this video will need to, watch what happens to the middle part, this bit here, of the console. The outer side of the TARDIS will do something rather spectacular as well. Now, we are in flight, but I need to make sure that I am in flight, so I've got to press another button somewhere here. Ah, here it is. And that just reminds me, this little button here will make sure that I am in flight still. And again, watch the console, please. This bit, which is the time rotor. Now, I should be staying in the console for quite a while during flight. Now, I need to read some of the readout stuff, so I have to have something to prepare for it. Which, of course, is my reading glasses. It's helping me read everything to do with the TARDIS. Oh, yes, we're still... Yes, the TARDIS is right. But for a Type 200, I have had it, oh dear, quite a long time, my TARDIS. I have had for a number of centuries, almost 1 million years old, and for a Time Lord, that's rather old. Now, I'll tell you who I am once I get back to Gallifrey. Well, once I get to where I am going. And it is not my home planet of Gallifrey. No, that is somewhere else. In fact, I am actually coming to your planet. Planet Earth. I have just been on an Earth colony, Two of my current, formerly my current former traveling companions, and well, I've been traveling with them for a long time, you know. Those are adventures, so perhaps maybe something I would like to share with you. In what you call it, because to me that's of course the present, or the past from my point of view. There's the beginning of adventures, the start of adventures. For you lot, I think for me the future, perhaps from the beginning maybe you'd like to see them. I cannot tell you what you would like to do. I can only suggest a course of action. And again, because all I really can do. Now this TARDIS does get, although it's a Type 200 as I have said, it does get rather temperamental, you know. Hence my hair, particularly my fringe, getting right out of hand. Oh yes, it's a very, very, very temperamental TARDIS. It's even worse than Type 40, you know. We're ready for materialization. I'm right on the Earth. Now, remember I told you there's a button I had to press to start the dematerialization process? I also told you at the beginning of videoing this all for you that this is also the same button that allow me to, basically, this will allow me to, well, it'll allow me to, as I said, materialize on your planet. So hopefully I can do that, and the work can go well. Right, now let's see what happens when I attempt to materialize my TARDIS. Oh, success. Right, I'll just see if I've got the right coordinates now, and I might have to bring up the other lights, just so I can see that I'm in the right spot. Oh, what's happening here? Hang on a minute. My glasses are getting tangled in something. Right, now, let's have a look. Looks like it might be all right so far. So good. Oh, yes, that's good, that's good. Right, well, I'm in the right place anyway. All I have to do now is a little inconvenience and look at the TARDIS engines. There is a little hatch I can look at. Now, if it's... yeah, this is the hatch. Look, and I think you might agree with me. They look like they might be all right, but I may be getting old. Still, anyway, that's sonicking them. So I'll do a bit more of that later. That's reprogramming the coordinates for later, because I may have to go home to my home planet. Now I'll power down the engines until I'm ready. And I think I don't know where I've landed. Whoa, what the blazes is going on? Now I've materialized, something's not right. I better take my glasses off, because they'll be useless. Until later on, perhaps. But right now, something is affecting the TARDIS. Whoa! The outside. What in the name of Gallifrey itself is going on? I think I'd better find out. Although I can open the doors and bring in someone, perhaps. That might be fun. And I think the doors are about to open and scramble in. Oh, do come in. Welcome to the TARDIS. Oh, it's you lot. You've all come in. Well, it was just that was just a test probe. Well, wherever I am, I do not know. I, however, am known as the Grand Explorer. And I, like the Doctor, not only am his son, but I am also a Time Lord of the planet of Gallifrey. Well, at least I'm supposed to be, but I'm also the Lord Emperor of Gallifrey. Now, as I travel through time and space using my TARDIS, you may hear these odd, very, very, very odd sounds occasionally in the outside areas where you live, perhaps. I do not know, but you may have heard noises like this in other places across the time and space that are not the Doctor's TARDIS, such as this, which is what it sounds like even from the outside when the TARDIS is landing. That's when the TARDIS can potentially be in flight, and we're trying to attempt to dematerialize. Now, also the proper full dematerialization, they can be hurried, but they can sound like this. So yes, that's some other sound you may have heard of a TARDIS. Now, do not be surprised, mark you, if you hear similar sounds like that. Now, I want you all to be aware that I may sometimes also have other people from my own planet traveling with me. Other companions, perhaps, actually, if I'm honest, I best tell you why am I making this video. Well, now if I just sonic something on the console, which I haven't done, I haven't checked a temporal reading of where I am. The TARDIS told me I'm on the right planet. I'm certainly on Earth, but I seem to be on a volcano or volcano or something. Seems not. Well, it might be. It's more than likely a volcano. I think I'd better try and dematerialize the TARDIS before anything else happens, which isn't going to be very nice otherwise. I could wind up somewhere else where I really do not want to end up. Now, if that happens, that means I have put not only myself in danger, but anyone else who I might have had wanting to travel with me. Now, talking of travelling and having people travelling with me, this is the reason why I am making this particular video. I am indeed searching for travelling companions to join me on my adventures through time and space as a Time Lord, and to help me set things right that are wrong, perhaps, in the universe. Fix any problems, because I seem to be a sort of, like my father before me, sort of general handyman of the universe, or perhaps not as clever, but as a Time Lord I can certainly pull a few, not punches, but I can certainly pull a few strings here and there to sort things out, connection-wise, and that kind of temporal, spatial anomaly kind of mind-bending and whatnot stuff that Time Lords happen to be able to do. But, don't know if this whole thing will make it. Still, I know that it's the best TARDIS I could ever have, besides my own father's, but, well, I might have some, and I will have some other, perhaps some human travelling companions, but my mother, River Song, and maybe some of the doctors themselves, I do not know yet, but certainly, perhaps the Lady Romana, or maybe even Miss Leela. I do not know about Ace, but certainly potentially Leela, as she's still on Gallifrey. Although, but also some new travelling companions. Some of you out there might want to come and travel with the old Grand Explorer. And I am a Time Lord, as I said. I am, well, from my point of view, I have regenerated about, gosh, how many times have I regenerated now, I wonder. In my pocket watch, I tend to keep a sort of temporal record. Some people call these, of course, fob watches. Now, it's got two faces when I have it locked, so I can actually see the time and I do not have to do this all the time. So yes, it's quite a nice pocket watch. I was given it recently, and it is quite nice. Now, I have the seal of Rassilon on me to prove my imperial credentials. seal of Rassilon, the now new seal of the High Council of Time Lords and the Emperor of Gallifrey. And of course, like the Doctor, my personal confessional, that's it, confessional dial. It's like your human last will and testament, I suppose, but anyway, enough of that. But I always have that on me just in case I run out of regenerations, although my own regenerations are quite, I believe, unlimited from what Rassilon and Omega told me after I was given, well, then I was old enough to understand what it all meant. Put through the academy, originally free schools of thought, or houses, or whatever you want to call them, or chapters, as we call them on Gallifrey. They were the Partrexes who wear purple and I think just purple. That's it. Yes, just purple. The Prydonians, which the Doctor is a member of the chapter, which are golden red, I believe they were, and then the Arcalians, which wear green and brown robes, Time Lord robes. I wear this colour, light brown, because of how you see. Well, each of the chapters is supposed to be adept at certain things, Time Lord abilities, such as, for example, the Patrexes are supposed to be supremely brilliant of all Time Lords at telepathy, although the Doctor's rather good at telepathy, and other mental powers, and working things out. The Prydonians are supposed to be rather good at some other things, but I forget what it is that they're supposed to be rather good at. The Arcalians are supposed to be good at something else as well, but I also forget what that is. I mean, I am over 9,900 years old, you know. And that is old even for a Time Lord. Even in a regeneration that looks as young as my own, which is quite bad, even though I have both my hearts working at the moment. At the moment. Yes, that's the process we go through, you see. Well, I will explain that process in a little bit more detail, perhaps, if I have any of you travelling with me. You may see me change, you may not. If you do, be warned, it could be a scary experience, even if there's only one of you with me, or more than one of you with me. Of course, if one of my own people is with me, they will make you understand it and tell you it's not so bad. All of their, one of my travelling companions has seen it happen to me before, of course, like with the Doctor, my mother. Though sometimes she, of course, has regenerated with no one with her, around her to regenerate on more than one occasion. I have always had either other Time Lords around me, or travelling companions when I have regenerated myself, so I never ever seem to regenerate in the company of my own self, which is most strange. I never seem to be, at least it seems that I am never ever on my own when I regenerate, which is quite fascinating and very interesting to a point. Now, what is a regeneration process? Well, you see, as I said, us Time Lords, we have two hearts. Now, what that means is that, that we can change our form, as I've been talking about. So we have two hearts. So when one of those stops working, that means we've been injured very, very badly, or wounded, or hurt in a very, very bad way. And it means that our bodily form, if we're that badly wounded or hurt, will change. So you'll not see this face or the rest of the body that is attached to us. That'll all change. My hand size, everything. And I mean quite literally everything changes, even my gender or sex. So I might be a man right now, but I could quite easily, if I have a bad wound, get very, very, very badly wounded or injured. Injured, by the way, for the children out there, is another word for wounded or hurt. And those are all words. The other two, injured and wounded, are very useful but posh words for meaning to be hurt. Now, if any of those injuries are very bad, or I'm hurt very badly, that means, as I said, I may look and appear as a man right now, sound like a man right now, but I could change into a lady, a woman, a female. So I may have, a more female appearance, so that is something I would warn you about. But it is a useful skill and thing for a Time Lord to be able to do, because partly it allows us to have such a long life as we have. And of course this TARDIS is older, well, this TARDIS is perhaps not as old as me, but I'm old enough to have gone through many things in the Time War, but I've gone through other things as well, and I have gone through several incarnations myself so far. Incarnations is a term that we Time Lords use to mean how many lives we have lived through. And, of course, potentially how many regeneration processes we have actually gone through. Now, normally, with most Time Lords, there is only a limit of 12 regenerations and 13 life cycles, or bodies that we actually live through. So, although we only have 12 actual we can only go through the process, or the change process, the body swapping process, when our bodies are too badly wounded or hurt. We can only do that, we are supposed to be able to only do that a number of 12 times. And that means we only get a limit of 13 actual bodies to live through. So our first original body, and then another 12 bodies after that. But sometimes there are ways to circumvent this. There are many ways, but it is a too long a thing to teach to you. So I cannot be anchoring around the universe and not be sorting the universe out when it needs it. Now, I do not want to dwindle too long on affairs that are not my personal affairs, but I must sort out some Time Lord affairs, and I must say for now, well, I hope to hear some of you appealing to be my travelling companions. I hope young men will mostly apply. I will be intrigued if any young ladies or young girls apply, but I'm hoping young men and young gentlemen apply more readily. But I will accept you as long as you accept me for who and what I am when I choose travelling companions. It'll not be an interview process, but I will perhaps maybe do something to screen you as a companion travelling with me in time and space. So, yes, it will be a useful facet, but it will be useful for perhaps for my next adventures to know that I have some travelling companions. So please do apply for the channel on YouTube where this is going, and to the owner of the channel. Now, I may look a bit like him or something, but apparently, well, we look a bit similar, but do not worry. If you would like to comment, and if you want when you do the comments on the video, it will be wonderful for the owner of the channel to see them, of course, obviously. But if you are really, definitely, genuinely interested in applying and becoming my travelling companion, then I would use that in the comments box, and it would be lovely if you could like the videos as well, because obviously that is important to the owner of the channel, as he at the moment only has a very measly 13 subscribers, which is not that many really, sadly. And yet some people on YouTube have something thousand subscribers. I think that there is someone on there who's actually on YouTube, I do not know for certain, but they may have gotten to 1 million subscribers. So they have probably been doing the videos for longer than the owner of this channel, but never mind. Now, soon you will be seeing another character of that particular owner of the channel. Maybe a certain lady. I believe she's called Mama Bitch or something. Maybe, I do not know. But anyway, she is due to do a video soon. So look out for it. And, well, thank you and goodbye. I have to try and fix the TARDIS now. See if I can't get it out of here and get myself out of the danger that I'm already in.